Hello, my crafty friend. Welcome, Tuesday Tribe. Welcome to Tuesday Live. It's time to get organized. Woo! Mixing it up with the tune this week. Bum, 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 bum. Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee. Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee. Mana, mana, dee, 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 dee. Hello, hello. I'm alive and well and on Facebook, probably popping up on YouTube. I think I still have turkey brain. And we didn't even eat turkey, so that's odd, isn't it? All right, my friends, welcome everybody to Tuesday Live. Welcome, my Tuesday Tribe. What a busy weekend we've had. We're just fully into the throes of the holiday season. And boy, there's lots going on. So I'm going to start off with some announcements. Oh, there's Leanne, and she says, hey, hi, you are on Facebook and YouTube. I am everywhere. That's it. So first thing, which I'll talk about again later, I guess, but $10 Tuesday today. So we've got the Lisa Buddy bag. Where are my Lisa Buddy bags? Here they are. Here they are. Oh, this one's empty and this one's full. So $10 Tuesday, the Lisa Buddy bag. Now this is going to hold an inch of paper. It works, of course, with the tab divider pockets, but it also works with the paper storage box divider. So if you want to divide up and organize your paper using a divider tab, the paper storage box dividers fit with the Lisa. So the Lisa, I think, is normally $14.99, is on special today. There she is, empty, on $10 Tuesday for just $10, right? So that's a great deal. It's also a great gift if you know anybody who's a scrapbook or anybody who works with the 12 by 12 format. The Lisa Buddy bag is an awesome gift. So, and a great day to take advantage of that. The clear Lois tote, which I do not have handy, but I do need to get, I don't know what I did with mine. I probably packed it off to craft class and it didn't come home with me, but clear Lois tote. So that's the exact same. Hang on. I do have a Lois though. So the clear Lois is exactly the same as all the other Lois totes, except there's no canvas bottom. They're at the bottom 4 inches are not, it's all clear, the whole thing, which is clear plastic, which is great for all kinds of things. And maybe you have kids or grandkids who are part of swim team and they need a bag that they can carry wet towels and stuff in. It's great for going to events where you need a clear bag so the people scanning at the events can see. I mean, obviously, I love a clear tote because it's easy to see everything that's inside. So, but the clear Lois tote on special for $10 today. The store and clip tray, which is this guy. Now, this works with the store and clip pods, obviously, but it also fits inside your IKEA Kallax or Expedit. So it's got this little handle on the front, so you can slide it into your IKEA Kallax or Expedit and then pull it out to get to things that are in the back, right? So one of the problems with those cube style shelves is if you have things way in the back of them, it's hard to reach back and get what it is. So if you put one of these trays inside your cube, then you can pull it out, get what you want off the back, slide it back in, or maybe you're going to put a whole, I mean, obviously it fits with almost everything we make, right? So maybe you're going to load it up with slide stash and store and paper storage boxes or whatever. Then you can pull it off, take that out and slide it right back. So super versatile. And again, $12 today or $10 today on $10 Tuesday. We love a $10 Tuesday. Okay. December 1st starts the 12 days of Craftmas, which means there's going to be a different special every day for 12 days. If you are not, they'll come out via email. If you are not on our email list, today would be a great day to sign up for the email list. You can do that by going to the website, scrolling to the bottom and signing up for the email. And then you'll know every day what's happening. Also on social, we'll have some posts every day. There's going to be a deal a day. Next Tuesday, for Tuesday Live, I am going to give out a one-day, one-time use coupon code That's only good next Tuesday. It's a 24-hour code. So you definitely want to tune in and get that because it is going to be 40% off one item. What? Shh, I wasn't supposed to say, but I think it's going to be important. Tune in, get the code, find what you need. So it's the most expensive item in your cart. You're going to save that on and you'll get the coupon code right here next Tuesday during Tuesday Live. Okay, last announcement. Clipper Street is tomorrow. So if you like to be part of the Clipper Street Together at 2 event, that's at Clipper Street Scrapbooking on Facebook. So I'm going to be talking about Totally Tiffany products, answering questions. We'll go over the news, couple of new things. Super fun event. And yeah, you can shop on Facebook while that's going on. So really worth joining us. We'll get a link up to everything that I'm talking about. All right. So I'll go ahead and jump right in with questions. And the first question is, hi, Tiffany. Are there several products being retired? I've seen a lot of buddy bags and other items at Tuesday morning. No, Tuesday morning just gets some overstock, or maybe we're doing a lot of packaging changes. So they're going to get the old packaging. Anything like that is going to flow into Tuesday morning. But to my knowledge, none of those items that are there are being discontinued. Mostly it's a packaging change. All right. Leslie Klein says, what is the comparison to Faline and the 5x7 paper taker? So the 5x7 paper taker is much smaller. So here's Faline. So obviously sideways, much smaller. The 5x7 paper taker is not going to hold 6x6 paper or the pockets. So I would say like those are the biggest differences. If you're looking for something that's comparable, the 6x6 paper taker will of course hold 6x6 paper and will hold our 6x6 tab divider pockets, but it's also quite narrow, even though it's 6x6. So you're going to get more, up to 12 pads in the Faline bag, probably 6 pads max, maybe 5 in the 6x6 paper taker. So those are kind of the big differences there. If you're looking for 6x6, the 6x6 paper taker, well, here, I'll pull one down. This one has a few markers in it. What does this have in it? Paper. That's the one I'm looking for. So there's a 6x6 paper taker next to Faline. So the biggest difference, I think, or usefulness wise, is that the Faline is easy to, because it's so much wider, it's easy to work out of while you're actually crafting. Whereas if you open this up and you try to craft out of it, it's going to be harder to pull things. The lid doesn't lay back. It's a little harder to pull things in and out, and it's a little bit less stable. All right. What do you got, Suze?
We have a question. What buddy bag is best to keep in your car for picnic items?
What buddy bag is best to keep in your car for picnic items? It kind of depends what you're taking, right, for picnic items. So this is the Terry buddy bag, and I have got napkins, straws, knives, forks, spoons. So if you're just looking for something for things like this, napkins, straws, knife, forks, spoons, maybe you have, little sanitizing hand packets. Those are going to fit in there. Maybe a corkscrew, kind of some basic other supplies are going to fit in there. I have a bag that's where mine is actually. Oh, it is the clear lowest tote, conveniently on sale today. And I like that because wherever I take it, so it's in the back of my car, it has a Terry in it. Is there anything else in there? A blanket. It has another like buddy bag that has dog food and stuff in it because Petey's always with us in those events. That's in an end of bag. Yeah, so I would say all your small stuff in one of these, and then a lowest tote, and the clear one in particular, because again, if you take it out somewhere where it's going to get sandy or wet or dirty or dusty or whatever, the whole thing's plastic, so it's easy to wipe out and clean. So, but if you're looking for something to hold cutlery and that type of thing, then Terry or Deborah, depending on how tall your stuff is. But I've got mine in a Terry. All right. Let's check on Leanne here, see what she's got going on. Oh, I do have, let's see. Could you show the Craft and Carry workstation inside the Cindy tote for Elizabeth? She called in. Yes, Craft and Carry workstation. Are you kidding me? I don't have one set up and loaded with anything right now. That's crazy. So there's one right next to you though, Susie, in that probably top shelf. There's a pink one. So Craft and Carry workstation in a Cindy tote. Let me grab a Cindy tote here. Thank you. Okay.
Cleaning up too much.
I know. I cleaned this whole studio, got a big once over, but my friend Shauna is coming today to make cards. So we will be resetting up some Craft and Carry workstations as we're working on our card project. Okay, so Craft and Carry workstation, if you're unfamiliar with it, this is the perfect way to organize a project, keep your desktop organized, especially if you're at a crafting event, because we have such little space at a crafting event. So it gives you a spot for all your paper and your inks and your daubers and your glitter glues and all the little things right in one nice, neat little bundle. Has a big pocket on the back. So usually in this pocket, I'm going to carry my collapsible trash can, right? It's going to fit in the back pocket, but it does fit in the Cindy or the Lois tote. So this is the Cindy, and really simple. So when mine is loaded, I grab it from right here, right? So let me throw some paper in there. It'll be a better, or here, this will be good. I'll throw one of these in there. A better illustration, right? So when I've got it all loaded up, I'm going to grab it from this middle section to put it into my tote. And then it just, see, I kind of got it in the center there. Let me pull this out. So you can see you've still got space at the back. So you can easily carry something like a 12 by 12 paper handler, right? Or you could go with buddy bags vertically as well. So if you want to take some other as an example, right? So you can go vertical with buddy bags in the back or behind the Craft and Carry workstation, but just a super simple way to transport that around. And it does tuck into your Cindy or Lois tote really easily. And by grabbing it from that middle section, makes it easy to pull things in and out of that. So thanks for calling in, Elizabeth, and asking that question.
We have a question on, do buddy bags survive in cold weather?
Do buddy bags survive in cold weather? I'm thinking that maybe is a question about leaving them in your car or something. If you live somewhere like in Buffalo where it snowed 6 feet last week. I'm not 100% sure on the question. I lived in Seattle and I use them all the time. And I did leave them in my car in Seattle. I have the first aid kit and the dog walking kit that both were under the seats of my car for a long time, years. So outside in the cold, I don't know what, yeah, I don't think they would, I don't think you could use them outside for very long because they are vinyl. So it's going to dry up and crack if it's something you're thinking about storing outside or something. But just general life, they'll be totally fine if they're in your car or something like that and the weather's really cold.
All right. What bag would you recommend to store your unused Totally Tiffany bags that you bought but forgot you bought? So you bought more and now you have too many.
But
Christmas.
are they? But oh, it is Christmas, so you could either include them as give them as Christmas gifts, or load them up with goodies and give like the full bag of them as Christmas gifts. I have a plethora of buddy bags, obviously, that are just kind of back stock here, and mine are just standing upright in a box, and they're organized alphabetically so that I know, so it's easy for me to find them. And so what I would recommend that you do is print out the buddy bag product grid that says what their names are, what their dimensions are and what they hold, and maybe put that on the front of a box and then make a note about how many you have and put them in alphabetical order in there. And then you could consult that list, like, oh, I'm looking for something that holds, glitter glues. And then you'd be like, okay, Edna holds glitter glues. I have 2 Ednas, and you can just go in there alphabetically and pull them out. But, and you could easily do that as well with, I don't know, if you're looking for a tote to keep them all in like that, then pick up the $10 clear Lois tote today. That would probably hold, boy, I'm looking at my stack up there to see how thick they are.
Carol Ann
a
Henley
lot.
says she stores her unused buddy bags in Big Bertha.
Oh, Carol Ann stores her unused buddy bags in
And
Big
Barbara
Bertha.
Crossan says she files hers in a fabric bin alphabetically. The Lois tote would work.
Yes. So alphabetically is the way to go. Print the list out of the website, and then make a note of how many you have. That would be my suggestion. What else you got, Suze? I got some popping up over here.
Hang on. Let's see. I've got, I don't have enough room to put my scrap rack together. I have one on a table and the other one. How should I set them up?
Not clear on the question. Who is it?
Georgianne Culver.
Georgianne is asking about, someone's going to make an appearance.
Carol Ann posted a little while ago. She says, "Down your PD feed."
There's Petey
Hey,
feet.
Petey.
All right, Petey, get out of here. So storing them alphabetically, Lois tote or fabric bin or something like that is a great way to do that. Georgianne is asking about scrap racks. It sounds like you have 2, but you can't set them up together. So there's a couple of different options. If you give me a little bit more information, it will help. If you're thinking that you need to leave one of them flat and only set it up when you're using it, that's a great solution. Just because you have, I think I went through this weekend, I have 16 spinders on my double base, doesn't mean I need all of those at the same time. In fact, the themes and sentiments and the calendar year, you rarely are using all of those things together. So it might be best to store those extra spinders, keep your rainbow on your base unit, and then say, okay, I'm working on Christmas, so I'm going to pull out my winter and Christmas spinder. And then you can use that second scrap rack to travel with, right? So if you're going to a crop or something, because they fold totally flat, you can take it with you to that event and then just pull the spinders that you want to take with you. And you don't have to take apart your whole scrap rack to do that. So we may not understand the question clearly. So if that didn't answer your question, please feel free to ask again.
Okay. And Linda Nipple is asking, will there be a warehouse sale anytime soon?
I have not seen any sort of list for a warehouse sale coming up. However, with that said, January is usually the time that those happen. Like the first one of the year usually is in January. So I have not heard anything about a warehouse clearance sale, but if it wouldn't surprise me if there was one in January. All right. Ponce Alarcon says, what is the Laura bag? I hear many talking about the Laura bag. The Laura bag is a bag that we made previously, and it is not available now. It's a large carry tote designed to hold buddy bags vertically. So, and kind of designed around going to crops and all that kind of stuff. And I did bring it up to the team at Crafters Companion product development, saying we've had a lot of people asking about this. Maybe it's time to do a Laura 3.0, but there was a Laura 2.0, so it'll be Laura 3.0, and maybe bring it back next year. So it's something that's been tossed onto the drawing board. So you may see it, but right now we don't have any.
Okay, question. How many vinyl trays fit in the Lois tote? And do the 12 by 12 folders fit in the vinyl trays in the Lois tote to store 12 by 12 paper and scraps?
Yes. Okay. How many vinyl roll organizers fit in the Lois tote? So this is a Cindy, but it's the same size. So the couple of questions. One, how many fit? And do they hold 12 by 12 paper? Yes. All of the vinyl roll, the vinyl roll organizers and all of the Slide Station Store are all 13 inches long. So they definitely are going to fit any 12 by 12 paper, well, the vast majority of 12 by 12 paper. So I've got 2. I'm going to say you can get 5 in your lowest tote. Now, if you actually load up your lowest tote with vinyl roll organizers and then fill them with paper, it is going to be very, very heavy. So let's see, that's 4. So keep that in mind as you're loading, that you may, I need to be just a little bit taller today, Susan. Okay, there we go. So you can get 5 vinyl roll organizers into your lowest tote. But remember, if it's all paper, it's going to be very heavy. Now, one of the other things about vinyl roll organizers and or the Slide Station Store in different widths is that they also work for organizing things. So this, like keeping if you're taking a bunch of buddy bags with you and you want to keep them straight up and down, all in a row, and divide off different sections for different things, the Slide Station Store or the vinyl roll organizers, again, they're different widths, work great for doing that as well. So you may do some paper, some buddy bags, some other things, but those, either the VRO or the Slide Station Store are going to keep everything really organized and tidy within your Cindy or Lois tote. All right, what else, Suze?
Okay, let's see.
I think I have something over here too from Leanne. Let's see what she's got.
Where and how do I organize dies and stamps?
Dies and stamps. There is going to be a little die and stamp organizer bundle on the 12 Days of Christmas thing coming up. It's going to be,
Hint, hint.
I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you guys this, but day 8. Dies and stamps. Best solution for dies and stamps: tab divider pockets and magnetic sheets. They work great. And then you have to catalog them. I know it's hard for people to get their brains around cataloging. I'm sure if you're watching and you have gone through the work of putting that catalog together, and if you have a comment about it, please add it in the feed. But once you get the catalog done, it makes your life so much easier, because everything that you add to your collection goes in the catalog and then gets stored in the next empty space, right? So this is a series of dies from We Are, right? And I have them, it's the entire alphabet, and they're organized on the magnetic sheets in the pockets. This is a stamps and dies together in the pocket. You can put a second magnet and another set of dies and stamps in each one of the pockets. So these 5x7 pockets have been far and away our best seller for dies and stamps. Now, all of us have dies that are significantly larger than 5x7. And so you may need some of the 9x6 or 8x5. The special that's going to be on day 8 is the 8x5 magnet with the 8x5 pocket. So there are a variety of sizes out there that will accommodate what you want, but getting them onto the magnetic sheets where they're flat, where you can see them. Our magnetic sheets are a little bit unique. So some of the magnetic sheets are really thick and they take up, they're 3 times as thick as this. So just the magnets alone take up 3 times as much space in your organization system, right? So one of the things when I started designing magnets that I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that they had enough pull so that the dies would stay on, but they were as lightweight and thin as they could possibly be, because the other thing about a hardboard magnet is it's hard to scrape the die off the magnetic sheet. So our magnetic sheets have a little bit of flex. So if I want this die, I just flex the magnet and pull it off, right? And while other things on that might pop up when I flex it, that's probably a better image, right? Let me put this back. So when I flex this, I can pull any die off the sheet, but every die doesn't fall off the sheet. right? So it makes it really easy to pull the dies off that you want to work with. The other thing is the white side is the magnetic side, and it's slick so that you can slide the dies on your sheets around so that you can put the most on the sheet as possible, because they're easy to move around, rather than a hard board where you have to pick them up and move them because the magnet is, you can't slide things around on it. So the magnet, still there. Very good. That was a good demo. Good klutzy demo. So the magnetic sheets and pockets, and then use a catalog, and that is the best way to get that done. There is a couple of videos about creating a catalog and how to do that and how to go through that process. The one thing I want you to keep in mind when you think about a catalog and you think, oh my gosh, I have thousands of dies and stamps, that's going to take forever. It's much faster than you think it is. Like once you get started, it goes pretty fast. But the other thing to keep in mind is you don't have to do it all at once. You can work through it just a little bit at a time. So don't let yourself get overwhelmed by the idea of how much you have to do. Think about, oh, I can do, one box of stamps a day, or one box of dies a day, or whatever, to work through it. So it doesn't need to be, it will feel overwhelming, but it really won't be. All right. What else you got there, Suze?
Is the code next Tuesday for U.S. customers or UK too? Many thanks for all your amazing products. That's from Gloria Ralston.
Gloria Ralston is asking if the code next Tuesday will be for both UK and US. And I am going to say absolutely, but I'm going to check to make sure. But I think so. I think when it comes to doing coupon codes, they can do them easily across both sites. But I'm going to write it down to make sure and follow up next Tuesday, so that you can't, regardless of where you're shopping, you can take advantage of that special coupon code.
Lori Spencer wants to know, is there a toll-free number to call Crafters Companion, or even the contact number for customer service, not just by email?
I don't know if there is or not. That is a good question. There is a number for Totally Tiffany, but it's not a toll-free number anymore. But I don't know if Crafters Companion does or not. Leanne, though, probably knows, and she's on with us today. So Leanne, if there's an 800 number, or if you know the answer, maybe there is not one, could you post that up and let everyone know, and I will and share that with me as well. Okay, Jen DeCarolis says, do you have any idea when the 9x6 pocket dividers will be available again? No, I do not. Can you check, Susie, to see if they're on the Stamps of Life or scrapbook.com? 9x6 tab divider pockets. So we will check and see if they're at scrapbook.com or the Stamps of Life. They might also be available at Shop Be Creative. They carry a lot of Totally Tiffany stuff. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to check. We'll come back. Question, when is the latest we can order to get product by Christmas? That's probably a better question for Leanne than it is for me. If she doesn't know off the top of her head, I will check it out. So Leanne, if you know, if you can post that up in the feed, that would be great. If not, I will see if I can find the answer to that question also. Nini says, can you show the difference of the buddy bags, of all the buddy bags for pens, like Terry and the others? Yes. Okay, so when we talk about buddy bags for pens and markers, there are two primary bags whose sole purpose are pens and markers. That's what they were born for. And they are the Deborah and the Terry. So Deborah, we'll turn around backwards, it's easier to see. So Deborah is the shorter, Terry is the taller. So longer markers, Tri-Blends, Tombow, Artist Loft, all of those are going to fit in the Terry bag. The Deborah a little bit shorter. So even these short markers, when you open both of these bags, there's an option to roll back the top, right? So now you have access. So even these little short guys fit well in the Deborah bag. These are both, Deborah and Terry are both smaller bags. And as our marker collections have grown, right, we have needed bigger options. This is the Denise Buddy bag. Denise will hold Spectrum Noir, not Tri-Blend, regular Spectrum Noir, Copic, Artesia, anything that's that length, they're all going to fit in. So if you have a bunch more, you can see like this bag, the Denise bag has 3 boxes, which is why these are staying separated out. When you're using that, you can stand it up, pull back the lid, and have access to your markers. So Denise is an option for shorter markers. Sarah is a taller bag that is going to hold your tri-blends. And Sarah has a step in the bottom that comes out. So if you needed it to store something really long, like chameleons, the Sarah bag is going to work for that as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 24 long markers are going to fit in the Sarah bag. Then there's so many things you can use. It really depends on how many markers you have and what you're doing with them or how you're storing them. This is the Faline bag loaded up with tri-blends. 72 tri-blends fit in the Faline Buddy bag. When we go up here to, this is the 6x, I took all my markers out of here to put them in Faline. This is the 6x6 paper taker, and it works great for tri-blends as well. Not going to hold nearly as many, probably closer to 36, right? 6x6 paper taker. And then this happens with all the TT products if you're new to the brand, right, that we, this is the 5x7 paper taker. So again, Copics and Spectrum Noir and the original blue Coloristas, those all fit in the 5x7 paper taker. What else is up here? I think these are both Deborah's. Yeah, so here's Copics and Artesias and original Colorista Spectrum Noir in the Deborah Buddy bag. So it depends how many markers you have, how you use them, and where you're storing them. But there are a plethora of Buddy bags that are going to cross the line for different types of markers. What do I look for when I'm storing markers? I want my markers to all stand up, right? So if you only have a few markers and you put them in this paper taker bag, they're not going to stand up. They're not going to have easy access. So smaller bags like Deborah or Terry for smaller marker collections, bigger bags for bigger marker collections. And then of course the Deborah Buddy bag, the Barbara Buddy bag has 2 boxes on the inside. These are of course Sharpie markers. So, and how those fit in there like that as well. So depending on the brand and how many you have, any or all of those solutions could work really well for you. Did you have a question, honey? This is the 3rd time you've been in this morning. It goes till 11 o'clock. My husband's here. He wants to make an appearance on the camera. Should we let him come in? All right. Okay. Any more? What you got for next question, Suze? Or should I put on my glasses? I have my question list going here as well.
I think
Lynn Perriman says, what's good for distress ink pads? Well, of course, for distress ink pads, our best solution is our newest solution, which is the Chastity Buddy bag. Now, Chastity is not available on our website. I'm looking because I have another bag that fits distress. There we go. So Chastity is just like the Stephanie bag. She comes with the label stickers. Ideal for distress inks, oxide inks. Got that same, just lift out the box, but label the front so you can see all the colors. And then this bag also fits your little pods as well. So I have gilding flakes in there, but it would be the same if you were using like the Nouveau embossing or the Nouveau embellishment paste or something like that. is going to fit in there as well. And then this is the Edna Buddy Bag. So either Edna or Merle will also work for the Tim Holtz Distress. So it does not come with the stickers, but you can put 18 to 19 Distress ink pads in the Edna or Merle Buddy Bag. So Edna, Merle, or the brand new Chastity. Where are you going to get Chastity? Chastity is available at Clipper Street, or it will be tomorrow. It's available at Shop Be Creative. I think those are the only two places that are going to have Chastity right now, but it'll be everywhere in the next couple of weeks. So they had a first release program, those two stores. So you'll be able to find it anywhere after that. No. All right. What do you got,
The
Suze?
9x6 is not available on the Stamp Supply.
Okay. Not available. Okay. Check scrapbook.com. Somebody has the 9x6. I'm pretty sure. If you don't find it. So the 9x6 fits in the Kirsten Buddy Bag. If you are wondering what we're talking about and what it fits in, it's going to fit in the Kirsten Buddy Bag. Peggy Sue Whiskasil says, Tiffany, which item do you think a person should start with? If you are just getting started with Totally Tiffany products, the scrap rack is a must-have. I just did a big scrap rack reorg this weekend. I'm going to put the video together later and kind of goes through I had this big pile of leftover stuff from different projects and then how I sorted it back out and put it back into the scrap rack. Lois Tote or Cindy Tote are great and super versatile. My favorite products right now, storage and supply cases, which are these guys, right? So, and they come in a couple of different sizes. So this is what we call the 8.5 by 11. It's actually like 9 by 12, but it's smaller. And then there's the 12 by 12 version. These are great and super functional. One of the things that I love about them is that you can literally, I have some right here, you can literally put them on your shelf open, and then you can just pull the drawers out to, label the drawers and pull the drawers out to get to what you need. So the storage and supply cases, especially the smaller ones, work great on your shelf, on your cart, closed up and in your tote bag to a crafting event. One of the things, if you're new, is to look at a blog post called what type of crafter are you? And we kind of talk about all the different kinds of crafters, and that helps you decide which products are best for you. If you craft at home and you also attend events or even move around your home, something like this works great because it's perfect at home, but it's also easy to travel with. So I would say kind of those are the key items. I absolutely love the Slide Stash and Store. I'm going to redo my space in here, and the majority of things, anything that can fit in a Slide Stash and Store will be in a Slide Stash and Store because they are so easy to just grab and pull off the shelf and put back in the shelf, and they maximize the space front to back, right? So if you're new to Totally Tiffany, one of my regular mantras is fill your space left to right, back to front, and top to bottom, which is kind of, you can see, how that works out here, where I'm really trying to maximize every inch of space. The more things that you can have in the least amount of space and keep them accessible, which is key, right? So if I had all of these paints, right, if I'm going to work, so this is black and gray metallics, I can just pull it out and now I have access to all of that paint. One hand, one pull, all of it's there. If I'm looking for another color, it's easy to slide this back in and pull out that next color. So ease of access and ease of use is key. And some of that is going to be answered in the what kind of crafter are you? But I love, love, love. This is going to sound weird, but I think the Slide Stash and Store collection, those products which are coming out in a shorter version, is the simplest solution I've ever come up with to organizing the most amount of things. And they're also relatively inexpensive. So
that was
yeah, they kind of
bargain.
right, and they're very, very inexpensive for what you get in terms of storage.
All right, speaking of Slide Stash and Store, Leslie Klein Wigley is asking what Slide Stash and Store is good for the We Are Memory Keepers punch boards, medium-sized ones.
So we'll just pull out a few. I love We Are. So these are two small punch boards. So this is all Slide Stash and Store. One of the things I love about this system is just being able to keep the instructions. So small punch boards. This is the number 2 Slide Stash and Store. So this is the number 3. This is also the number 3. So these are both bigger punch boards. Why are these great for punch boards? I'm sure some of you are tired of hearing me say this. Punch boards aren't flat, so they're really difficult to store, right? And they also have pieces that fall out. So when you put it, so this happens to be the pinwheel. So I've got the instructions, I've got the paper for the pinwheel, and I've got the little sticks for the pinwheel and the pinwheel itself. And these are all in the number 2. Now I could easily put another punch board in with this pinwheel one. There is supposed to be one in there. Actually, what is it missing? Banner and pinwheel punch board. Okay, so those are the number 3. So 2, 3, and then when you look at bigger stuff, okay, so normally, Susie, can you go over and see the little cinch, little white tool with the blue handle on the top of the first plastic tote there? Can you bring that to me? So this is a big, I don't know why that's in there. Look how big and thick that is. So that is going to take up a whole lot of space on your shelf by itself, and you can't stack anything on it. It doesn't stand up very well on its own, so it's going to tip over. It won't stand up at all on its own, apparently. But in this, so this is my mini cinch. So this is a number 6. So for your bigger things, so I have 2 big things in the number 6. So I hope that helps. Big tools in the 6, kind of regular punch boards in the 3, small punch boards in the 2. And like I said, in some of these, you're going to be able to get multiple punch boards, or even so, right? So these are 2 different score boards, score products. I could easily put these in, I think, here as well, right? So now I've got 3 things in that one, but all of them are accessible. Hey! Look who's here. Come in. It's Tuesday Live, you guys. Come on in.
Change. Sorry.
Time change. You know, work was just come over here. Hi, Jerry.
Hello, sweetheart.
How are you? I'm good. How are you? So good to see you too.
Hi.
All right, everybody. We're gonna take a pause from organizing, I guess.
Oh my God, I have to say something first.
Say it.
We just stopped at Ryan's Boutique, a new little store. Have you been in there?
Ryan Stone? Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Where is it?
It's right by the Western Wear store.
Yeah.
It's got so much bling for $5 that looks like
At by NRS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there this
No,
morning.
it's the next shop.
Next shop.
Next strip mall over. Okay.
Hey.
Get in here. So for those of you who don't know, if you're new, this is my mother, Tamara. We call her Tiny T. Can you see why that
I'm
is?
actually very big.
She's very bouncy anyway. And Jerry Strabey, great friend, well, one of my mom's closest friends, good friend of our family,
Right.
always comes to join us for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And
yes. Becoming
yeah,
a tradition.
I know, that's right, exactly. So what are you guys up to? They're editing.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
editing Jerry's newest book.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're both authors. So
Right.
most of you know that about my mom already, but Jerry
And some
also
people
is.
met Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah.
Was it last Thanksgiving?
Probably.
Oh, shoot. It's
Probably,
been like
yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so you guys are
So
editing.
yeah, well, she's helping me with a book that I've just finished, and Tamara's really very, very smart, and I listen to what she has to say. Sometimes it's really rough because she rips out the good stuff sometimes, but we work really hard together, and we're making some great progress. I'm excited about it.
He's a very good student. He almost always does what I tell him to do.
That's
Not
true.
every time, but almost every
I don't
time.
get smacked. You know?
But
Yeah,
isn't
I
that
was thinking the same thing.
it's not interesting, like the creative way, right? Like it's the same sort of process as when we're making cards or scrapbook
Right.
pages, right? Like you think something's going to look great.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, and you just kind of have to rip it
How
apart.
about one of
How
our
does-
comments is, I really can't believe you wrote this crud.
I think that's probably a nice word.
That's probably cleaned up my life.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it is like scrapbooking or anything else creative in that you look at it, you say, oh my God, this is the best thing I ever
Right.
did. Look how beautiful this is. And then you go in and have dinner and you come back out and you go, what was that?
What was I thinking?
If I just moved that over there, that would be so much better. It's interesting because every book is written like at least 3, but sometimes 10 times.
Times that
Right.
you just
before we-
write and
before
write.
we
But I
send
brought
it to the
something.
publisher.
What did you bring? Your new.
I brought something for Park.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Yes. It's a book. It's a book of stories written by Marines that I was in the Marine Corps with, and there's 89 stories in there. And so guys that
Awesome.
have any kind of background in the military, or people that are interested in sea stories, there's a lot of happy ones, a lot of sad ones, a lot of really good ones, and it's not woke. So if you're woke, don't buy this, but it would make a great gift.
It's the perfect Christmas gift for
That's
any
fun.
man on your list that's going to live.
Oh,
with
and
you.
It's
Park's
been in the
not
military.
woke.
Yeah.
now we try not to get political here, but
Oh, it's not political.
but he's not woke. Okay, so well, he's an ex-marine. So
Hello, you know.
anyway, but
We won't interrupt anymore. Though.
All right.
We just stopped to say. well,
okay, we got about 15 more minutes, and then so go get some coffees.
it was nice to talk to you, ladies.
Yeah,
Sorry
ni-
about the interruption.
Nice invading your space.
Everybody's
Yes.
below, guys.
We're gonna we'll put up a link to Jerry's website also, and there'll
Okay.
be this
Yeah,
book on
That'd
there.
be
and then-
great.
And it's available Amazon.
It's on
Barnes
Amazon.
and Noble, everywhere.
Great Christmas
Right.
gift for the guy you don't know what to give to, right?
Yeah, perfect. Great cover art. Who did the cover art on this?
Do I do any ghost?
Who did the
writing?
cover art on this?
I don't
I found an
Excuse
artist.
me, I'm talking.
Yeah, she's answering a question.
Oh, okay.
This happens a lot.
Okay, we'll be quiet.
I don't do any ghostwriting. I do a lot of mentoring and coaching of other writers,
Mhm.
but I don't. I'm kind of like I like to talk about my own stories, so I don't.
She likes to write her own
Yeah,
stories.
I don't. Well, I talk about them too,
Right.
but I don't want to write somebody else's story because I like to write fiction, and surprisingly enough, most people that want to ghostwriter are not writing. They're writing nonfiction.
But I've ghostwritten 2 stories, 2 books.
Nonfiction.
One of them was nonfiction and one of them was fiction.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, the fiction one was historical fiction,
Right.
and it's an interesting thing about series when you read a bunch of books in a series that are all written by what's that guy's name?
I don't
by-
remember.
like
I don't
the,
remember.
the woman that wrote Nancy Drew. There's actually 12 different writers that wrote
Right.
Nancy Drew, and so the nonfiction, the
Shattered.
historical
That was
fiction.
my favorite.
I know the historical fiction that Jerry wrote is like that. They hire a ghostwriter and then they write under the pseudonym.
Yeah.
And then the ghost written book he did was written in conjunction with another veteran, and it's nonfiction about
Yeah.
the scandal in the Veterans Administration.
Yeah, called Broken Promises about compromised care for PTSD veterans.
Oh,
Are there
So-
any
yes.
other questions
Okay.
before we jump out the door?
We'll do
A
a
lot of things on the book.
we'll do a podcast and have you guys back and
Oh, that'd
talk
be fun.
about writing and how to write your own
Okay.
book. I mean, that's something that
Yeah.
people are always asking, right? How do you write your own book? How do you get published? So we will,
Sounds good.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll do another thing
We're gonna
together.
go back and buy some more bling because they had these jackets that were to die for.
All right, I got to go
Even
check
way
it
more
out.
than I did.
Shauna loves that store too.
I know,
So,
that's cool.
all
Tell
right,
me about it.
okay,
Thanks,
all
guys.
right, okay.
Good being here. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Okay.
Tiff.
Bye. We'll see. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. You going in the house?
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you in a few. Okay. What else do I have here from? All right. Little pop in. We got there. Any ideas to carry a cuddle bug? Gosh, I don't know. Is a cuddle bug may fit in the number 6 slide stash in store. And then I'd put this into a lowest tote. I don't have a cuddle bug and I don't know the dimensions of it. So that would kind of be my first guess. I'm sure somebody in the feed has a cuddle bug and has tried a few TT items for organizing that stuff. I think we kind of got all the questions. This latest we can order.
Okay, will you ever make a buddy bag that will hold the larger stamps of life envelopes?
Yes.
Oh, that was easy.
Actually, I think the larger Stamps of Life envelopes fit in the 8.5 by 11 paper taker already. So I think that might exist already. Look at the 8.5 by 11 paper taker. I think that holds Stephanie's large Stamps of Life envelopes.
Okay, Caroline Hanley is asking, will the 12 days of Christmas event be available in the UK as well?
I think so. I think it'll be, I'm going to check, Carol-Ann. 12 days available. I think it'll be available on all the websites, UK, US, and Europe. Every site. I will double check. If it is not, I will let you know. I know we've been through this before.
Eileen Brown wants to know, any ideas on how to make your home larger?
The only way I know to make your home larger is to make what's in it smaller by keeping it better organized. Oh, how was that? Woo!
That was good.
Right. So when you look, I already said this once today, left to right, back to front, top to bottom. If you are storing things on a shelf or in a closet where you have empty space above, behind, left to right, think about not just for crafting, but anything. And what generally solves that problem is getting things vertical instead of stacking things up, putting them on their edge. And so it may be just as simple as adding another shelf. I'd have my husband do this in the closet, right? My husband is mega handy. I'm sure he's sorry that he has that skill set. But I'm just like, I need this to do this and that to do that. And he just kind of shakes his head and goes to the garage and rounds up tools and comes back. So think about that in terms of, I know it was just funny that you were just asking, it was just a fun thing to say. But think about how you're using your space. Is there a way to go vertical? Is there a way to bring down shelves or move up shelves? And so you can use more of that space, left to right, top to front, left to right, back to front, top to bottom, fill it up. All right. There is an 800 number for Crafters Companion. I will read it out, even though it's in the feed, 800-399-5035. One more time for those of you with pencil in hand, 800-399-5035. And I'm sure if you shoot off an email to them, to Crafters Companion customer service, they will tell you what day you can order to get it by Christmas also. And unless Leanne has already posted that, which she might have.
Which bag, I think means bag, fits CTMH shimmer brushes?
Oh,
Which
I have that.
Cara works the best or another?
Okay, so is that Doris or someone else?
No, this is Jody.
Okay, so also Doris, I'm sorry, that was on my list. Doris asked about this at all. So I'm not 100% sure on the exact size, but I did, after you asked that, Doris, I did look at a couple of videos, and one of the gals had her pen laying on a cutting mat with measurements on it, and it looks like they're just like 6 1/4 inches long. So, which is similar to this. This is I think this might even be this. This is the Nuvo one, but I think they're the same. So of course, those are going to fit in your Deborah buddy bag. So depending on, again, how many do you have? Deborah buddy bag is a good option. Also, this is the small pack and pop case. So they will also fit, excuse me, in the small pack and pop case. And you are going to get, if you leave the foam in the pack and pop, you are probably going to get about 12 in there. If you use the Deborah, I'm going to say you're probably going to get closer to 20, possibly 24 in the Deborah, but more likely 20 because they're kind of fat in the middle, right? So I would go Deborah or pop, small pack and pop on that.
Carolyn Hanley just commented that it's worth noting that orders are currently taking 7 to 10 days to process before they ship.
Okay.
If you're ordering for Christmas, order early.
Yeah, if you're ordering for Christmas, order now. Carol Ann says 7 to 10 days to process orders. So remember, this whole last week was Black Friday week. So we know that that was really busy. And then the warehouse is only going to have, what is today? A couple of days before we start into 12 days of Christmas. So yeah, order now. Order today. If you want something for Christmas, order today would be my thing. Would be my suggestion. I know 12 days of Christmas is coming up though, and there's all kinds of deals. You could always, if you're getting a gift, you could always wrap something up that says it's on its way if it doesn't make it in time, right? That's always a fun, you print the listing off the website or something like that and wrap that up. And then you can at least feel like you're giving something and then deliver it later. Okay, what do I have? I have Rhonda Crowley. Are you still working on a shorter version of Slide Stash in store? Yes, I'm actually done working on it. Woo! It's a done deal. They're 10 inches and they are the same width and height as the 13-inch, but they're 10-inch, so they should fit in most overhead cabinets. I guess I don't know anything about Europe, but in the UK, but in the US, most overhead cabinets, they are 10 inches and they will fit in most overhead cabinets. We are also working on some wider ones. I think I did a little sneak peek of one that we are working on for fat quarters, also headed your way. And some that are going to fit in your, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this. So for those of you who have the IKEA Kallax or Expedit and you put the wine bottle separator in there, so you have 9 compartments, the number 1 Slide Stash and Store fits in there. Actually, so does the number 2, I think. They fit in there, 2 per section, but I am doing a series of trays, Slide Stash and Store, that fit in those compartments. So look for those to be coming later next year as well. Sorry.
Can we combine shipping for 12 days of Christmas?
Can we combine shipping for 12 days of Christmas? No. Sorry. Yeah, that's just going to be one special per day, and they don't have any way to do that. Our old website, I know a lot of you could do that. It would pile up and then we could consolidate, but I don't think we can have that capability. All right. Oh, I always forget to talk about this in the very beginning. I'm going to put it at the top of my little note every week. If you want to win the $25 gift certificate, you need to comment, ask a question, tell us what your favorite product is, something like that. Get your name in the feed. Otherwise, Leanne can't pull your name out of the feed. So if you haven't had an opportunity to comment, now it's a great time so that you can get in on the thing.
When will the dye file be back in stock?
Never. Oh, I don't know. I don't know when it will be back in stock. It is currently not on the plan to come back into stock. So I wish I had a different answer. I love it. I have multiples of them, but it is currently not. But however, I'll tell you what else I do. Crafty peeps. I take all these notes and then I send this email off to product development and I say, these are the things that I was asked about this week. And when things come up over and over again, it is an indicator to product development that that's something that we should probably bring back, even if it's just a one-time deal, right? So keep asking. It doesn't hurt to ask. As I raised my children under the premise of you can always ask. That's what I said to them. Don't be upset when you get the answer you don't like, but certainly you can always ask. We love it. Okay. Okay, that's Carol Ann Hanley, shorter Slide Stash and Store, 9x6 pockets. You got anything else over there, Suze? Oh.
No, I think everybody's just commenting. It's flipping by real fast.
Oh, Ms. Baby Z says, new solutions for storing wooden stamps, please. I have 2 fabulous solutions for wooden stamps. Susie's like, okay, that means when I look around, Susie's like, that means I'm going to get something. 6th level, yep, she's on it. She even knows where to go. Yeah. So that and this. So this also comes in a single side. I know we talked about this last week, maybe. Susie always tries to stay out of the camera too, though. All right. So this is the 6th level Stadium Arranger. It is designed, as you can see, specifically for wood-mounted stamps. So it is going to hold all the different brands of wood-mounted stamps. I've never found one that didn't fit here. It does have on the back side, those are double stacked. You carried that over here and this was not even in. You're so good. Okay. Oh. It does have hanging hardware here. So you can, and we did this at my sister's house. If you look at the Tisa's Craft Room Cleanup, she put her small punches in these, but you can hang it on the wall. And literally you could hang them all the way across the wall, make a nice, it looks almost like a shelf. So if you have wall space or desk space or shelf space, and you want to be able to see all of your wood-mounted stamps, the 6th level Stadium Arranger is a great solution. I hope that doesn't sound too egocentric, but it is. It works. That is what this was designed for. If you don't have a place where you can store these things visually, then either the double-sided store and go bag or the single-sided store and go bag are great options as well. And then you can label down the side. Only one of these has a label, I guess. You can label down the side what they are and literally create a library of stamps right now and cataloging, right? A lot of these are cataloged by number. We talked about that earlier. So instead of having them in a box, a bin, or drawer, or tote, or flat, you can get them vertical, and then you can just pull out that bag and find exactly what you need really fast, really easy. This one looks weird because you would think that this is the front of the bag. But if you put the tray in what feels like backwards, then the flap doesn't cover anything up. The other thing about all these bags, and they are all on their way back. I know you guys are thinking we only have the 2-inch one available right now, but all of them are on their way back in stock. So they'll be here sooner than later, hopefully. I'm gonna pull these out. So once I got everything in this tray, right, it's almost like a game of Tetris. Then I took a photocopy of the tray, again, because it was backwards in the bag. I just laid it on my copier at home, and then I put it in the bottom. So as I move stamps out of this and things get messed up, it's easy for me to put them all back, right? To get them all to fit back in there. So that little trick will make it that much easier for you to organize all of your stamps and keep them organized after you use them. So both of these are great solutions for wood-mounted stamp storage. All right, is that it? Was that the last one? What buddy bag is good for Prima and Faber-Castell colored pencils? Deborah. There's your girl, Deborah, right there. So she's probably the best choice. Super visual also, and you can fit tons of them in there. I should count them up. I should write little notes on these of how many are in there, and then I wouldn't have to count all the time. All right. Okay, what else have we got? Is that it?
Time to pick a winner.
I know. Is it time to pick a winner? Let's see. Oh, well, I'm sure Leanne is on it then. Oh, yeah, it's 11:02. It is time to pick a winner. All right, my friends. Okay, so while Leanne is picking the winner, we need to just $10 Tuesday, clear lowest tote, Lisa buddy bag, the store and clip tray for your IKEA and Kallax. Those are all $10 today, so don't miss out on $10 Tuesday. 12 Days of Christmas starts December 1st. Great deals every day, but you can't load up your cart and get them all at once. They're just a one-day only deal. Tune in next Tuesday to get a special coupon for the Tuesday Tribe. So I'll announce that coupon code next Tuesday during the Tuesday Live. Last but not least, in the announcement category, tomorrow on Clipper Street Scrapbooking, that's on Facebook, I'll be on at 2 o'clock on Together at 2, they call it. I think they might do it every day, actually, because I've been on Mondays, and this is going to be Wednesday. So they might do it every day. It is a great event. It's great because I was there. I'm just kidding. It's a great event to attend or watch because you get to see everything and ask questions about everything. Kind of like this, except for it's product driven and they're all different manufacturers there. So Together at 2.
Which is 2 o'clock.
Pacific. Together at 2 Pacific time. So adjust yourselves. 3 o'clock Mountain, 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Eastern, together kind of at 2 on clipperstreet.com. Okay, drum roll for the big winner. All right, this week's winner, April Swingler. You have won a $25 gift certificate to the Totally Tiffany website. So April, if you are not a member of Club Inspire, all of you, if you're not a member of Club Inspire, you definitely want to sign up for Club Inspire because there's going to be a lot of double and triple points days going on. Another thing I'm probably not supposed to tell you during 12 Days of Christmas. But April, if you don't have Club Inspire, sign up and then send an email to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. prizes with an S at crafterscompanion.com, and they will get you all hooked up with your $12 gift card. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will see all of you. Well, hopefully I'll see lots of you tomorrow on Together at 2, 3, 4, 5 on Clipper Street. And if not, I will see all of you